You're watching the Bad Boys Texas Day After Show. Yes, the Day After Show. Did y'all miss me? I'm back. Listen, we got a lot of things to talk about, and you better believe we're going to talk about them. Welcome back to Damien After Dark. If you're new here or you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and do the damn thing and hit the subscribe button below this video. Also, press the thumbs up button if you want to show your support. That would mean the world to me, and I will love you forever. Last but not least, join the conversation because I want to hear what you guys think about episode 3. Episode 3. Boy, oh boy, do I have some opinions? Do I have some thoughts? Do I have some concerns? What's going on? Well, first of all, I'm so sorry. I'm late, y'all. 2 things. Okay. So my friend asked me last week, will you please go to Nashville with me and see Taylor Swift? Yes, Taylor Swift. Y'all probably thinking, Taylor Swift? I'm usually a Rihanna type of girl, but I love Taylor Swift. She's got some bops. She got some really catchy music, and we had a great time. It was so much fun. It rained, and it lightninged, and it thundered, but we danced in the rain, and we had a good fucking time. And I told her, I was like, look, you know I love you. If I'm missing my Zeus Sundays, if I'm missing filming the after show to come be with you for this show. So she knows how much I love her. Shout out to you, Taylor. Not Taylor Swift, but my friend Taylor. That's her name. So shout out to her. So yeah, I was not here yesterday. I was in Nashville, so I could not film the after show. I'm so sorry, but thank you to each and every one of you who have been patient. A few of you commented on my last video and said, where's the video at? I'm sorry, y'all, but I'm here. And also I'm a little under the weather. I've had a cold. You might be able to tell in my voice. I'm just like so stuffy. My nose has been stopped up. I haven't been able to smell anything. It's not COVID, don't worry. But yeah, I'll probably be sniffling a lot through the video. I ain't done no coca-cola, but I am a little sick, so just bear with me. Now, let's start at the tip top of this episode, and gotta get my H2O in. Now, look, we saw last week at the end of the episode, Chef D and Anthony were going at it, right? They were fighting. Anthony felt some kind of way about Chef D sneaking in his fight with Jonathan, as he should feel some type of way. So he called Chef D out about it, and they started scrapping in the kitchen. So Prince says Anthony came back to the house to get his ass beat again. But let me know what y'all think. Between that fight between D and Anthony, I didn't take it that D whooped Anthony's ass. I didn't really see anything. Listen, we know with these Zeus shows, security's always stepping in. So it's hard for them to get a good lick in. It's hard for them to have a fair, decent fight because security's always pulling somebody back, holding somebody back, whatever. I didn't think Chef D whooped Anthony's ass. Not being biased at all, if Chef D would have whooped his ass, I would have said it. Chef D whooped his ass. I would have been like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? But let's be real. Did he? What do y'all think? Make sure you leave your comments. Do y'all think Chef D whooped Anthony's ass? I'm just not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. Now, we do see him with bruises and cuts and blood on his face. And I'm like, D, wait a minute. D did all that? Can we rewind the footage? Because the footage I saw, it wouldn't all. Now, maybe security was blocking the camera view so we couldn't see what D was doing. But I didn't take it that D had whooped his ass. Did the scratches and the blood, and all, did that come from Jonathan the night before? Like, was there a fight that we didn't see? I refuse to believe that Chef D did all that to Anthony. Like, I really refuse to believe that. Now, Raz B says that Anthony should have came in a little more humble after fighting. Humbly, is that a word? Anyway, Raz B says he thought that Anthony should have came in a little more humble, considering he just got into this fight with Jonathan. But my thing is, Relly initiated the conversation. Relly is the one who wanted Anthony to talk to Jonathan. It's not like Anthony just came in and went straight to Jonathan and started talking. really initiated that conversation. And what was Anthony supposed to do? Be nice and kiss Jonathan's feet? Fuck that. No, thank you. Anthony said his piece. He told Jonathan, this is my issue with you. I'm pissed at you. I'm upset. I feel like it didn't take all that. And in my opinion, Anthony could have beat his chest a little bit more at him. If it was me, if Jonathan had done to me what he did to Anthony, I probably would have been a little bit more pissed than what Anthony was. So for Raz B to say that Anthony could have came in a little bit more humble, like, girl, bye. No. You may have sat there with your pussy between your legs and not said nothing, but I'm going to say something. So I respect Anthony for that. Now, look. Now we got Big Lou trying to run up on Arra because Arra is standing by what the rest of us are already thinking as we're watching this, which was the whole fight between Jonathan and Anthony was some bullshit. And it was bullying. And I respect Arra because out of all those boys, he's the only one who stood up and said something. He's the only one who said, yo, this shit ain't cool. The rest of those boys, and let's be real, they low-key scared of Jonathan. The straights and the gays. And we're going to get into that one in a minute. Now, Big Lou, wrong team. What Portia say on Atlanta Housewives? Wrong road. Wrong road. Big Lou, wrong team. You playing for the wrong motherfucking team. And why is his name Big Lou and he's 5'7"? I'm just wondering. It ain't no bigger around. Like, we the same frame. I don't go around. I'm 6'2". I don't go around and call myself Big D, Big Damien, whatever. Big Lou, like, I'm not getting what's so big about you. The only thing that Big Lou is giving me right now that's big is his mouth. Because he has not stopped doing this since the camera panned to him. Like, we're going to get into that. So Big Lou decides to swing on Arra. He swings on Arra after they're going back and forth verbally arguing. And when he swings on Arra, it lands. I think it was more of a slap, like he bitch slapped him in a way. And Arra falls back. And while he's trying to gain his balance, we see Bigfoot come around the corner. No, not even come around the corner. He was just standing there. He was standing there behind Arra. And when I'm talking about Bigfoot, I'm talking about Chef Pussy, Chef D. Chef D, when he realizes, oh, Arra is in a weak position. Arra is in a compromising position. Oh, Arra's got his back turned to me. Let me strike again. And he goes in for the kill. And he sneaks Arra. And I'm just like, am I really, like, we're 3 episodes in, D, and you have snuck 2 people already. Like, goddamn, can you go cook a steak? Go make us some eggs or something. Fry me a goddamn steak. I like my shit well done. No pink in the middle. Like, Chef D, you are doing way too much when you could be in the kitchen cooking us something real good to eat. Because here's the thing. Y'all know, I shake the hell out of Chef D. I don't like him for shit, but the boy can cook from what I heard. Hell, he's a celebrity chef. Ain't no celebrity gonna have nobody cooking for him if they can't cook like that. So, like, Chef D, if you want to win everybody over, just go cook us something real nice and shut the fuck up. And he's not a bad looking dude. Chef D's actually a pretty man. Like, if he would just shut the fuck up. Can you stop? I'm sorry, y'all. It's driving me crazy. I'm so stuffed up. But just stop with the sneaking, D. Stop. Now, let's talk about what he said to excuse his behavior. Y'all know I love a good quote. I got my quotes here. D said, I was in blackout mode. I didn't want to sneak Arra like that if somebody was fighting him. Let me read that again. He said, I was in blackout mode. I don't want to sneak Arra like that if somebody is fighting him. So this whole got amnesia. You don't want to sneak nobody while somebody else is fighting them, but you just did that the night before, and now you're doing it again. You know what? I really feel like if Arra really got his hands on Big Lou or D the way he wanted to without security interfering, I feel like he could scrap. Yeah, he's short, but that don't mean shit. that don't mean shit just because you're short. Don't mean you can't fight. Or don't mean, you know what I'm saying? I really feel like Arra is about that life. I do. And I don't know what it is. It's not like he's my favorite on the cast or anything so far. I'm not biased with Arra. Something about him seems genuine and pure, and I like him. You know, I don't feel like he's doing the play for the cameras. Y'all know how we feel about the play for the cameras. But I don't know about y'all, but let me tell y'all, when I was watching that fight between them two, I was on the edge of my seat like I was watching motherfucking UFC. And I was like, ooh, get him, Rod, get him. I was wanting him to tear Big Lou up because Lou just runs his mouth so much. I'm like, let's shut this boy up already, please. Now, amidst all the drama between Big Lou and Arra, we hear someone banging on the door all of a sudden, which comes out to be Anthony's friend. And I'm like, oh, Lord, here come backup. So Anthony's friend shows up to the door and starts banging on it. They're pissed at what Jonathan and Dee has done to Anthony. So they've showed up at the house to attempt to retaliate. Now, let me tell y'all, people like Big Lou and Jonathan, and y'all know how much I really cared about Jonathan prior to this season. And I still don't have a problem with him. I just don't like the bullying shit. But Big Lou and Jonathan, the ones who come in here and try to make the most noise, and we know that Jonathan can fight. But Jonathan, baby, you can't beat everybody. Lou, you can't beat everybody. And one of these days, it's coming. It's coming. One of these days, Big Lou and Jonathan are going to meet their match. And instead of doing the dog walking, they're going to be the dogs. And they're going to be getting walked. Walk them like a dog. Walk them like a dog. Like, they will eventually meet their match. Now, you know what I was thinking? I don't want to stay on Big Lou too long, but he was a big point of this episode. Big Lou, could you imagine if he had the laid-back personality that Carry-On and Prince have? Oh, he would be so fine. If he had that laid-back, cool vibe like they did, he would be so fine. But instead, he gives me loud stunt queen. And it kills it for me. Now, granted, everybody can't be laid back and chill, or it wouldn't make for an interesting show. But I feel like you can be interesting and entertaining without doing the most. Now, Anthony, let's talk about Anthony. Anthony is acting shocked, like he didn't know that his friends were going to show up to the house and bang on the door. He's playing dumb. He's playing stupid. And I'm like, Anthony, you gave him the address, sis. What's going on? The producer actually asked Anthony while they're because they've got Anthony, y'all saw, they had Anthony in a separate room with security so nobody could get to him, nobody could hurt him. And they also had a producer in there. The producer asks Anthony, did you let them follow us? And Anthony says, I told you they probably followed us without me knowing. Now, that first statement he made, I knew right off the bat he was lying. They probably followed us without me knowing. Come on, Jonathan. Come on, Anthony. Come on now. So he's steady lying, and he steady doubles down. He steady doubles down on it because the producer said, well, how did they get the code to get in the gate? Because this house is in a gated community. So now it's like, how did they find us? Anthony's like, well, I guess they followed me. Now it's, how did they get the code? And Anthony's like, Anthony, stop lying. You let them in. You gave them the code. Just be real. And why is your friends driving your car? He said, they're in my car. They're in my car. Like, your friends are in your car and have the code to y'all's house. It's giving you told them. It's giving like all that was set up. You set all that up because you were upset at what happened. And rightfully so. Just like Prince said, if I had been beat on by 2 people and I felt like I was jumped, I would probably do some shit like call my friends up like, yo, I just got jumped. Come help me beat these bitches' ass. So I get it, but just be real about it. When you lie about it, it just looks really sketchy and pussy meat, and I don't like it. I would respect Anthony had he been real about it. I really would. And also, how the fuck does Zeus put somebody in handcuffs? Did y'all peep that? Did y'all peep that one? I wish somebody that wasn't the motherfucking police or my man put some handcuffs on me. You gotta be the goddamn police or my man to put handcuffs on me. I'm sitting here like, where the handcuffs come from? And how did old boy get cut? The security got handcuffs? They walking around with handcuffs now? Okay. Okay, Zeus. Now look, the friends are here. All the bad boys are pissed. They're mad that this guy has come up to the door and is banging on it and is threatening people. They're mad. You know, everybody's rah, rah, rah. At one point, Mo City even... What is his name? What is Mo City's real name? I don't like calling him by these stage names. It just sounds so corny. Mo City. Anyway, Mo City runs up on this dude that was banging on the door and tries to get his licks in. And it was chaos. Did y'all see how Jonathan acted while he was out there? Like, I've told y'all before, I'm going to say it again. Jonathan's a fucking liability, and Zeus is not going to be satisfied until Jonathan hurts somebody, puts him in a hospital, or kills him. Zeus is not going to be satisfied. Now, Big Lou is a little upset because he's like, where's my Cartier frames? Where's my Cartier glasses? He's looking for his glasses. He's lost his Cartier frames. And he looks down the ground and they broke in half. And I'm like, that's what you get, babe. That's what you get. You doing all this shit for no reason. And karma came back around your ass and broke them expensive ass frames. Now, let's talk about the scene with Anthony talking to Relly in the bedroom on FaceTime. Or no, not in the bedroom on FaceTime. I think they were in the same room together. I'm sorry. This is before Anthony left the house. So they're in the bedroom talking. And what Anthony said to Relly took the words right out of my mouth regarding Chef D. And he said D tries to insert himself into every opportunity. And he said that D just needs to be himself, because all his energy is weird. And I agree. I told y'all, episodes 1, episodes 2, D is not being himself. I can clock a lying stunt queen actress from a mile away, okay? Y'all know. I told y'all I've worked on reality TV. That's no secret. I produced reality TV. I can clock a fucking actress from a mile away. I can tell when you're not being yourself. Just like Sydney Starr, just like Biggie. And now we're calling out Chef D because he's not being himself. He's trying to put on a act. He's trying to put on a front. And it's not cute, D. It's not cute. Now, how do we feel about... So, Anthony wants to leave the house. He wants to get out of there. So they decide to escort him out the back door. And Relly is talking about this in a confessional. He's talking about sneaking Anthony out. And we see him get emotional. He starts crying. And it was actually, I want to say it was nice to see Relly cry, but it was nice to get some vulnerability. Because we always see these guys being raw, 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 tough guy. We never see them being vulnerable and showing their true emotions. So when I seen Relly cry, it just showed me what true friendship these two had. Relly genuinely cares for Anthony. Now, whether Anthony genuinely cares for Relly, I don't know. But look, you ain't gonna cry over nobody unless you really care about him. I don't, like, was he crying because they had to escort him out the back? Because that's what the TV made us think. But then when I started thinking about it, I think he was more so crying because what happened to Anthony? It was unfair. It was. Let's call a spade a spade. It was unfair what happened to Anthony. He didn't even, like, he barely said 2 words, and he's getting his head slammed up against the bus. He's getting attacked in the house by, like, it's a lot. So I guess Relly just feels really bad for his friend because they came on this platform together. They're the OGs. They started this show together, and they had such a great time last season. And to see this happen to your friend this season, I'm sure it is difficult. Listen, so far this season, I'm team OGs and Prince. I'm team OGs and Prince. Well, can we trade Prince with Jonathan? Can we trade? Yeah. So far, I'm liking Prince, Carry-On, Relly, Arra. I think that's it. Who are y'all's favorites so far? Make sure y'all put that in the chat. Let me know who your favorites are. Oh, can we talk about... Come here. Come close for a second. Can we talk about Mo City? I don't know his name. Can we talk about Mo City? Rico Suave with the curls, the cute one. Well, I say the cute one like he's the only cute one in the house. He actually, no, I think Prince is probably the cutest in my opinion. Prince and Big Lou. But Mo City's up there. Now, let's talk about Mo City for a minute. Mo, do you really talk like this? Like, are you really like, do you talk like this with a deep voice and shit? Like, is that really how you talk? Or are you just putting on the act for the trade? Are you just trying to put on this act to be this, thug, trap, straight? You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say, because like minds wanted to know. Like minds wanted to know if Mo City played on our team or not. However, some of y'all were saying online that no, he's got a daughter, which that don't always mean shit. I'm not saying Mo City is gay. However, and I didn't, when I read that he had a daughter and everything, I was like, okay, he's not gay. And I never got gay vibes from him. I never did. However, I'm just wondering about this photo right here. Or whatever side the screen is on. I'm just wondering about this photo right here, Mo. Like, and I know this photo was taken a while back, okay? I know it was taken a while back. But what's going on? Were you just playing around here? Like, have you always, you always been zesty your whole life, but then you got delivered? Like, what's it giving? Do y'all know the tea on Mo? If anybody knows the tea on Mo, what's going on with Mo? Do we got another down low Mo like last season? Now, last season, Moolah Mo, I called him down low Mo because he just gave too much homophobic shit. Mo City has never said anything that's homophobic or made me feel like or think he's gay. But I did think this picture was a little funny and a little sus. But it could be just him playing around. It could have been him just joking, I don't know. However, the streets have been talking. And they saying that he gets down with both. And that's okay, Mo. That's okay. You're on a gay platform. I mean, Bad Boys is watched by gays and girls. So if you with it, we with it, baby. Now, Jonathan asked Raz B about his little spat that he had with Arra. And Raz B says that he thought Arra was doing too much and being extra. Now, y'all remember when Big Lou and Arra were going back and forth, Raz B at one point turned around and was like, you good? Like, you doing a lot right now. You doing a lot. You doing the most. And it pissed Arra off, rightfully so. I agreed with Arra at that moment too. Because my thing is, why am I being extra? Why am I doing the most? Because I want to beat this bitch's ass over here. But you didn't have this same energy with Jonathan. Why didn't you tell Jonathan he was doing the most? Why didn't you tell Chef Pussy he was doing the most? Oh, you want to say it to me because you think I'm weak because they done put the paws on me and because I'm short like you. So you painting me as pussy. I see what it is. I 100% saw what Arra was saying. So Jonathan wants to pull Arra and Raz B aside, and he wants them to talk about their issues or whatnot. And I'm like, you, Jonathan, you want Arra and Raz B to talk out their issues. What about your issues? You like, this show is so fucking hypocritical. What about your issues, Jonathan? You want everybody to sit down. We can't move on until they talk about these issues. We don't want them. You've been fighting since you got here. Why can't you talk out any issues, Jonathan? All of a sudden, you want to play the peacemaker, girl? But no. Now, so far, watching Raz B, I don't like what I see out of him. How are y'all feeling Raz B so far this season? I don't like what I'm seeing out of him. Y'all need to pay attention. Pay attention. And watch how scary some of these hoes are in the house. And watch how they pander and follow behind Jonathan because they're scared of him. Like I was telling y'all earlier. Just pay attention. And I feel like Raz B is one of those. He's kind of like this behind Jonathan so far. Not physically. Like I'm saying, like theoretically, I feel like he's just like behind Jonathan. I don't want to ruffle any feathers with the big bad wolf, so let me stay back. But you know what? There's a dude over there who's 2 foot tall like me. I'll go pick on him. I don't know, Raz. They really hyped you up being a cast member this season, and it's given disappointment and flop. Also, with this show being bad boys and having a reputation of fighting, being known, you know, that of being known as this fighting show, like I feel like there's people like Raz who feel the pressure. They feel like they have this pressure on their shoulders to have a moment, to get into a fight, to do their big one, to show the house, oh, I can fight too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking Raz B doesn't want to come off boring. I think he's got a lot of pressure on him, being that, you know, they probably paid him more. He's got the celebrity attached to him. So I'm trying to give Raz the benefit of the doubt that he's got pressure on his shoulders and he's trying to perform, but it's not coming off the right way. Now, Jonathan, well, we already talked about that one. We already talked about how Jonathan does not need to be trying to tell anybody they should talk out anything. Now, I do respect Raz B for owning and apologizing to Arra about, you know, him saying the smart aleck shit to him. I do respect that, but I also stand by what Arra said. He was 1,000% justified in how he came at Raz B. Like, you saw me get hit on. You thought I was pussy, so you tried playing me. So I got your pussy. What's up? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Another point of conversation was people were wondering why Arra was defending Anthony. Like, why are you defending Anthony? Is that your best friend? Is that your best friend? And I'm just like, look, I'm kind of like Arra, and this is maybe why I like him and he resonates with me a little bit. I'm kind of like him to where if I see something that don't sit right in my spirit, if I see something that don't feel right, don't look right, I'm going to speak up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak up. I'm not going to sit there. And that's the thing. A lot of these boys, I feel like, are scared to speak their mind, scared to speak their truth. They're fresh on the show. They're a few days in. I think they're getting their feet wet. But are we not allowed to stand up for someone when we feel like they're not being treated fairly? I don't think Arra was trying to dick ride Anthony or, you know, him and Anthony were best friends or anything. I felt like he genuinely in his heart felt bad for Anthony and wanted to stick up for him because in that moment, it looks to us as the viewers, and I'm sure it looks this way in the house as well, like Anthony had no one except Relly at that point. So it seemed like Arra was just trying to be a decent human being, which I know a lot of us lack that nowadays. Anthony ends up FaceTiming Relly and tells him he's not coming back. And, you know, Anthony, he was a part of the majority last season. He was in the majority, meaning he never had any issues. He wasn't fighting people. He had a really easy season. And this go around, I feel like he's in the minority and everybody's against him. Versus last season, you know, he was against everybody. Or last season, he was kind of, you know, at the top. If that makes sense. Not like, y'all know what I'm trying to say. He had a good season last season. This season, it hasn't been great for him at all. And I completely understand him not wanting to fight every day. But I'm like, Anthony, what show did you think you were coming on, babe? This is Bad Boys. You knew there was going to be some fighting. I think he thought it was going to be all sugar and sweet, and he was going to coast through the season like he did last season. But it didn't work out that way. Now, the boys go get on the limo, bus, whatever, and they get ready to head to the strip club. And Relly tells everyone what's going on with Anthony. He lets them know, you know, or he tells everybody, I talked to Anthony, and he's not coming back to the house, yada, yada, yada. And Jonathan, did y'all notice how Jonathan was like, why are you talking to the ops? Why are you so close to Anthony? Relly and Anthony are too close, but like, Jonathan, you're making it really hard for us to like you, because is everybody supposed to have a problem with the people that you have a problem with? Because that's not how life works, boo. You want me to be mad at this dude because you mad at him? No. No. Like, no. I could see if we were childhood best friends and you want me, you know, not to like this person. Okay, I might rock with you on that because you're my childhood best friend. But bitch, I just met you a year ago. Like, why am I going to ride? No. I don't know. I'm just really starting to dislike Jonathan now. And I don't want that to happen because I had so many positive things to say about him. But it was funny when he was dog walking Milan in Rio. But it's just no fun anymore. Oh, another thing. The strip club scene. And we got to wrap this up. But I respect Orlando Brown. Orlando Brown said, you know what? I'm married. I got a wife. I got a kid. I ain't studying the strippers. I'm going to sit back in my section and chill. That's a real-ass man right there. Like, that's a real-ass man. And I respect Orlando because, listen, so far, Orlando is making the rest of these dudes look like wild banshees that have escaped the motherfucking zoo. Orlando is making them all look like... And then, let's also, before we get off here, can we talk about Raz B? Because, you know, when they got to the club... Anybody who was an artist, anybody who performed was going to perform. Kind of like how they did on Baddies West. So Mo City performs and it was whatever. And then Raz B decides to perform. And I'm like, what the fuck is Raz B doing? Did y'all see him on stage the way he was grinding and hunching that stripper? Oh, girl was probably thinking, if this short motherfucker don't get off of me. Like, I don't care how much money you're throwing at me. Respect my body. Don't touch me. Don't grab me. Don't grope me. Don't dry hunch me. Like, what? Oh, girl was like, if this little stud-looking motherfucker don't get off me. Because that's what Raz B give me. He look like a little stud. Now, I also cringed... all of it was corny. Am I the only one who feels that way? Be real with me, y'all. Something about Raz B is corny as fuck to me. And I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. No, I can. It was the hunching of the stripper. It was the dances he was doing. And he was just acting weird as fuck. And then I realized, I'm like, is he performing? Okay, but even if he was performing, it's still corny as fuck. The way, like, all the little dances he was doing and the... I don't know. I was just like, what am I watching? But anyway, that is all for this week's after show. I want to hear all your thoughts and opinions and comments, concerns and reads and everything in between. Let me know how you feel about this episode. Whose side are you on when it comes to Chef D and Anthony? And whose side are you on when it comes to Arra and Big Lou? I want to hear from you. What do you think about Anthony leaving the bad boys' house for good? Do you think he made the right decision? Or do you think he should have stuck it out? And what do you think about that sneak preview for next week? Because next week it's going to get wild. It looks like we see Chef D swinging on either Carry On or Raz B. But I think it was Raz B that he swung on. Who do y'all think he's getting into it with? Leave me all your comments below. I love you guys so much from the bottom of my heart for supporting me each and every week. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a beat. And click that thumbs up button. That's your way of supporting the channel, and your support means so much. I love you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. See you.